Hi, welcome to the tutorial on moving of your drone using MoveIt in simulator. So to begin with, we have all understood how to launch a simulator, we have all understood how to control the drone in simulator or in the real world. We have installed MoveIt, we know the interface of MoveIt, we know how to plan, we know how to load a map, and we know how to plan with the loaded map. Now it's time to make the actual movement happen. So for that, first we're going to refer to our scripts, and we're going to see two scripts. So over here, move to waypoint and follow trajectory. These two are basically responsible for all the movement. This basically the movement happens using an action server. So move to waypoint is a server which actually handles, so basically this function called move to waypoint, this actually handles all of the movement. And follow trajectory basically reads the trajectory from MoveIt. So the reading is done over here. This is a simple way of reading the trajectory, and once the trajectory is read, it is sent to move to waypoint, which then so follow trajectory reads it and then sends it to move to waypoint, which then executes the trajectory. Now let's launch. So I think we have gone through this, but I'll go through it again. So this is the launch file that launches Orbis with the map. So this is basically a bag file which loads the world. So let's start it up, and we'll go for simulation map and launch. So now you need to give it a couple of minutes to actually load the map and get everything set up. If you start your simulator before this, it won't work. If you start your simulator before the map is fully loaded, it won't work. So one way of knowing that the map is loaded is you'll find this thing, which is a point clouds process has finished cleanly. Once this happens, means you're ready and you're good to go. So now let's go to simulate. Let's go down, and in another workspace we'll start a simulator, and we'll start a simulator. So since all of this is running, the processing becomes really difficult now. We're going to start teleop. We're going to start move to waypoints. With these features, real drone is false and Aruco mapping is false, because that's not what we're using. We're not using a real drone, and we're not using a Aruco mapping. We're going to use the odometry of the drone. So once our server is ready, we'll start follow trajectory. Follow trajectory will be started with real drone false, Aruco quads false, and visualize trajectory false. So when you actually need to visualize what the trajectory will be taken in Orbis, you can do visualize trajectory to true, and then see the trajectory actually being plotted in Orbis. And if you want so when you're using Aruco mapping, you need to set Aruco quads to true, so that you can get a transform between your drone's world and your Aruco's world to be able to visualize everything correctly. So right now, before you start follow trajectory, make sure that you plan a movement over here. So let's make a plan. We'll start our select state based on let's just take off our drone and then do this. So we take off. So as you can see, it's moving in Orbis alright. Also, we select our current start state to be our current state, and then we take our goal state somewhere, let's say here. That works, I guess. So our goal state will be here, and now we can just plan a trajectory. You can see we get a plan done over here, and now we can go down and we'll start for a trajectory, which will basically read that plan which is being created and then execute the following behavior. So as you can see, the movement has started. As you can see, this movement is also replicated in Orbis. So you can see the drone actually moving here in Orbis as well. As you can see, it has avoided the obstacle and reached to the other side. That's it for this tutorial. Now, in order for you to implement any of this on the real drone, all you need to do is pass the correct arguments and just look at the transform. So once that your TFT is accurate based on your configuration and your actual transforms being published by your drone. Thank you.